Hey guys, it's Kevin here once again. I decided to make another video, so I had some time to spend. So I'm going to do my first thread. It's going to be just 3 questions, and if I have touched on anything you guys have covered in the past, feel free to let me know, and I apologize if I screw this up at all. Just hang in there with me while I do this for my first time. But anyways, let's get to what I'm playing right now. I haven't played this in a while. This is going to be Paul Simon's, legendary Paul Simon, and it's called Still Crazy After All These Years. It's his 3rd studio album after he and Garfunkel parted ways. So, I mean, he's had one hell of a solo career. This is one of my favorites. I mean, besides Graceland, of course, that's a classic, but I learned of this album, or was recommended from this friend of mine that told me, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover is a great song. I heard it, absolutely loved it, and then I was searching through some crates one day and I found this. It was only $2.99, so I mean, kind of a steal. It was in pretty good condition. The package is kind of beat up, but it does its purpose. So, it just sounds pretty great. So, nonetheless, if you don't have this and you're a Paul Simon or even Simon Garfunkel fan, of course, pick this up. It's classic. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the 3 questions I have. Once again, feel free to let me know if I'm touching on anything that you guys have already, beat to death. But anyways, first one: what are your most anticipated releases for the remainder of the year? I'm gonna answer that myself. Probably my most anticipated album is Tom Waits. I've endorsed him in other videos, but I cannot wait for Bad As Me. Now, there is already a listening party online, but I haven't touched it. I'd rather just wait for the vinyl. It comes out in about a week. And the other 2 releases that I was anticipating were M83, Hurry Up We're Dreaming, and Real Estate. The album is called Days, and they came out today, so I'm going to pick them up tomorrow when I go down to LA to go to a concert. I'm going to be seeing The Fling tomorrow night, which I had showed in my first video, and so I'll pick those up tomorrow. And other than that, the Black Keys have an album coming out called El Camino. That comes out, I believe, in December, so I'm pretty excited for that. Not as much as the Tom Waits album, but, I always love to check out what the Black Keys have in store. So that's my first question. Second one is, what are your top 5 albums released so far this year? That's a difficult one for me because there's so many great albums, but so far my top 5 in order from 1 through 5 would be The War on Drugs, Slave Ambient, which I showed in my last video, Dawes, D-A-W-E-S, that's how you say that. Nothing Wrong is the album title. 3 is going to be The Antlers. At Burst Apart will be the album. It's their sophomore release. Spectacular album. Almost took the #1 spot. 4 would be Panda Bear Tomboy. Love that album to death. And then 5 would be Toro y Moi, and that would be Underneath the Pine. Now those are always subject to change once I listen to some albums a little more and the year gets closer to its end. But for now, that's what I have. And my last question is, where do you find your vinyl news? Where do you find about your reissues and whether or not an album is rare, and pretty much how do you find out about its value? I kind of just jump onto InSound and InSound.com and look for some vinyls, whether or not they're available through there, or I'll jump on Amazon and see if they're available through there, or even eBay, of course. I don't use it that much. I don't like to shop online at all. I just use that strictly to see if I really did want an album, if it's on there. Otherwise, I go strictly to the stores. I mean, I have plenty at my disposal, so that's pretty much what I stick to. And then I'll ask people at the stores, hey, what have you heard about this record? Is it going to be reissued anytime soon? Or is it limited or anything like that? So that's where I get my sources from. But I am interested to see what you guys have to say. And thanks for everyone who has subscribed so far. I really appreciate that, and all the comments so far. It's been great. And I look forward to doing more videos. Probably doing one later this week after I get some finals for my birthday. So that's all for now. Alright guys, have a good night. I'll talk to you later.